So there's a mitzvah in the Torah that you're not supposed to shame your fellow Jew, and by extension your fellow human being. But in Judaism you start first of all with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your co-religionists, and then the greater world. Obviously not a mitzvah that I do particularly strongly in. Now, almost all values in Judaism are in a constellation with competing values. So the same Torah that commands us not to shame your fellow also commands us to not stand by while the blood of your neighbor is shed, meaning don't be indifferent when people are suffering, and don't put a stumbling block in for the blind, meaning that if you have information that will save somebody from harm, then you should transmit that information. So that's what I kind of see myself doing with my blog, is trying to keep people informed so that they make better decisions, let them know when there are things going on that could affect their lives. But I do get a lot of glee out of humiliating people at times. I remember this one professor got an article written about her weight loss scheme and how she was tying it into Torah and spirituality, and how she was calling friends around the world to get them to take on a pound here and a pound there, and how she lost 40 pounds, and praise be the Torah and God and spirituality for enabling her to do this. And the scheme didn't work. So is one allowed to point that out? What if it doesn't work? People are always using the Torah for these phony self-aggrandizing schemes, and they humiliate themselves. Well, am I allowed to add to their humiliation? Am I allowed to ask, did you fail, or did the Torah fail here? Or now you're all hot about this scheme. What if it doesn't work? One allowed to ask those questions publicly and humiliate someone? I guess I'd have a heck of a hard time finding justification in Jewish law for doing that. What if someone gets up and gives a really boring keynote address, and they're a public speaker for a profession, they're a rabbi or a professor? Am I allowed to critique the speech? Yeah. Am I allowed to critique the person? Say that they're socially retarded? Okay, there I'm getting into a more problematic area. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. So anyway, this isn't a mitzvah that I do strongly in. Whenever I run into someone that I've humiliated, I usually cringe, even if what I wrote was accurate and fair. So to me, that means that I'm a coward. I'm not able to live up to the truths that I publish on my website. So yeah, I'm a bit of a keyboard warrior. I don't enjoy personal confrontation. So does that mean I publish too much shaming material on my website, or does that mean that I simply can't live up to the standard of truth that I try to dedicate myself to on my website into my everyday interpersonal life?